shout out to my cousin Cass for sending me the lovely decal for my cup. Minimizes the amount of writing that I do on a daily basis. Cheers to Cass. When I never felt that, come on, yeah. So it was brought to my attention by my students that I hadn't posted any content on my channel in a while. And of course I asked them, have they been stalking my YouTube channel? No, they just didn't get any notification that I posted anything new. Look, I'm gonna be honest, I have been tired a lot. I don't know if it's the planetary alignment, barometric pressure, COVID brain. I don't know. All I know is that the last 3 weeks have been draining. I also don't like creating content just for the sake of creating content. I want something to be meaningful. I want what I produce to have some semblance of meaning. Let me be clear, I do have some ideas, but usually they happen at the end of the day. and by the time I have the idea, it's too late. And I think that says a lot about the act of creation and being creative. It's often at the end of creating a product that you come up with a better idea. I'm here today not to talk about creativity, but to give you an anime update. For those who don't know me, I've been an anime fan for quite some time. And lately I've been watching a few series. I can't say that I'm binge watching them. I don't have the time to binge watch. Actually, what I do is that I speed watch. I've got my finger on the fast forward button. I just click through the longer scenes. So full disclaimer, this is going to be a bit spoilerific. If you're watching any of the series that I'm going to be talking about, that you'll probably see in the description at the bottom, I'm going to put a link to a video where I talk about me being a weeb. Click on that and then you'll avoid getting anything spoiled. So I finished Food Wars. I know this was a while ago, but I finished Food Wars and I don't want to say I was fully disappointed. No, I was a bit disappointed in the sense that it was not quite a happily ever after ending. I don't want to say it was a pretty ending for Soma, but I don't want to say it didn't open the door to anything else, but it wasn't a cliffhanger. They kind of tried to wrap things up a bit too quickly. The bad guy, the brother, because they discover it's oh my God, the main bad guy was the brother, not of Soma, but I keep forgetting the girl's name. I'm probably gonna find it and put it in comments, but it was her brother. He discovers it was the brother too, and it makes things a bit awkward, kind of like the Princess Leia Luke Skywalker kiss. It's so you wanted to marry her. Okay, how are you experiencing those thoughts now that you found out that you're her brother? How? It doesn't leave any opening to anything else. It doesn't leave any opening to potentially other series. I'm sure there'll be someone will decide, oh, we'll do a spin-off based on this character. It won't be the same. But I like the series. I still stand by my belief that it's one of the better series out there. And no, it is not hentai. So shortly after Food Wars, or around the same time I was watching Food Wars with my husband, we started watching Hunter x Hunter, or Hunter x Hunter. I don't know how you guys pronounce it, but I say Hunter x Hunter. Okay, I say Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter could have been one of those series that if I was watching it on my own, the fast forward finger would have come into play. Why is it that most anime have scenes that literally take about 4 or 5 episodes to go through? So the first season of Hunter x Hunter, they are running in a tunnel. I swear, it must have taken them like 4 episodes to run through that tunnel. How much running do you have to do? How much running do you have to do for it to last 4 episodes? I might be slightly exaggerating. I realize that. I might be slightly exaggerating. I loved the series. Despite those moments like they're running again. It's like, how long is this tunnel? How long is this tunnel? It was a fantastic series. The characters are fantastic. The character development is amazing. I particularly fell in love with Killua. Killua is by far my favorite character because he's an assassin, okay? Once again, if you are watching this and you don't want to have stuff spoiled, click somewhere else, okay? I'll probably put another video somewhere here, okay? So Killua is an assassin. You would never think he's an assassin. You would just think, oh, this kid is pretending to be an assassin. He's claiming he's from a family of assassins. And then he pulls off stuff that, wait, what did he just do? What did he just do? Did he just rip that guy's heart out of his chest mid-sentence? Did he just do that? Did he just do that?
お前の泣きが俺様がこの手でバラバラに
Yes, he did. But it's all the little details, all little elements of Killua as a character. Like, I'm not saying that Gon sucks. He doesn't. But, you know, at least the creators of that anime decided to give a different outfit to Killua every season, which is, I love that. Because, you know, you say to yourself, wow, that outfit must stink by the end of, you know, the first season. Killua, at least he had like a variety of outfits. He had a variety of outfits. But not just that, you quickly discover the layers of who he is and the complexity of his relationships with not just Gon, but also with some of his family members. I know everybody is drooling over Hisoka. I don't know how you guys pronounce it. He's interesting. He's also a bit of a creep, but he's interesting.
君はこれからどうするんだ？じっと待つよ。果実が美味しく実るまで。
Killua is the perfect example of the best friend who will lay down his own life just because he has a true bond and trust between him and his best friend. To me, they really did a perfect job with Killua. Like, I recognize that I didn't watch many other series like Dragon Ball Z or One Piece and whatnot, but Killua has that. And I mean, I love him so much, I even cosplayed as him. And the students, the grade 7 and grade 8 students at my school call me the Killua teacher because, you know, the hair and yeah. So then after Hunter x Hunter, we tried watching My Name is Sakamoto. I liked it. Then it got a bit cringy, awkward. So we stopped watching it. Maybe down the line I'll continue watching it on my own with my fast forward finger. Because, you know, cringy bits doesn't, you know, some people like watching cringy things, some people like watching awkward things. There's just so much awkward and cringe I can take, you know. I started watching Assassination Classroom, which at first, who is this big yellow blob? Who is this big yellow blob? And why does he want to destroy the world? And why have we asked a bunch of teenagers, reject teenagers, to kill him? You know, basically a bunch of teenagers, students who have zero skills, and you guys are going to kill him and you have a year to do so. And if by the end of the year you don't kill him, the planet is destroyed. It's like the choice between that and a physics exam. I'll take the physics exam, please. But the concept, once I started watching it and discovering the main character, kind of like Food Wars, the Assassination Classroom covers some aspects of education and learning and school life. And the teacher is basically I don't want to say he embodies what the best teacher can be. No, this teacher is flawed. He is so incredibly flawed and perverted. But he's always trying to make sure that his students, the students who are, supposed to kill him, he always wants to make sure that they reach their potential and their best. And in essence, I think that's what every teacher should be. Trying not to necessarily expect that their students will always get 100% or top marks, but to always make sure that they are creative, that they strive for the best solutions, and they always put the most effort. And even if that effort ultimately fails, it becomes a learning experience. And I think that is like one of the characters, Karma. Karma is possibly the best example of what they're trying to explain in this series. That yes, failing sucks. Failing is horrible. I mean, we see it in Food Wars also with Soma. It's hard, it's rough, it's difficult. But Karma takes it and learns from it. Not in the same way as Soma. Karma does become the brooding anime kid that I really can't stand.
Those who fail to apply themselves, who at the moment of truth decide to sit back and let the chips fall where they may, are destined for disappointment. Dull as the blade of the lazy assassin. In fact, I wouldn't stoop to call him an assassin at all.
But I like the way he progresses and how he develops. So we're kind of midway, 2/3 through Assassination Classroom. I've also started watching with my husband. Parentheses. I watch many of these animes with my family, so once a week, my daughter, my husband, and I sit together, we order food, and we watch anime. We binge watch like maybe 4 or 5 episodes, sometimes more, depending on how far along we are in the series. So some series I watch with my husband, and some I watch with him and my daughter. So I started watching with my husband a series that he already watched, A Certain Magical Index. I only started watching that. I like it. I kind of like it. I don't think I haven't finished the first season yet. And I know there's like spin-offs. There are spin-offs to this series. I'm hooked. I'm hooked. Unlike one series, So I Was Reincarnated as a Slime. I watched 2 or 3 episodes of that. Nope. Ain't doing it for me. We also finished watching The Irregular at Magic High. Now there's a series that I didn't think I was going to like. Then quickly discovered, it's fairly interesting. Because the main character is a god. Look, I'm all for giving characters powers and abilities. But at the same time, why overpower them that much? Shouldn't we be nerfing them at some point? It's like in Hunter x Hunter, the Chimera ant arc, when all the bugs had powers that they developed literally in 1 or 2 days. Even though it takes years apparently to develop all of your like special nen abilities or whatever they're called, you know, and these creatures literally develop them in an hour. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna teach me. I'm gonna understand how to do it. So I like the idea behind the Irregular at Magic High School. I like the idea. I like the idea that you have people with magical abilities and they represent different aspects of society and different classes in society. But the main character, as awesome and as fantastic as he can be, is a bit too overpowered. It's like, yeah, I'm going to destroy this truck 3 blocks away and through 5 different buildings. Really? So like you're happy because nobody dies, everyone's saved, but there's just so much you can do with, storyline wise, with that type of character. It ends up being very repetitive. So we watched the first season, we watched the second season, which was, the first season was great because you quickly discover, oh my God, you can't kill this guy. And I'm not going to talk about the relationship between him and his sister. That's all. No words can describe the relationship between him and his sister. And I'm going to leave it at that if I'm ever going to be monetized. No, it's cute, but like really it ends up being repetitive. Big problem, main character, teenage boy with godlike powers will save the day. You can only go so far. You can only go so far with that storyline. So that's it. That's the animes that I have either watched or am currently watching. I'm trying to find also stuff that I can just watch on my own. If you've got suggestions, if you've got, and once again, I don't like gore. Even though if it's animated gore, I don't like gore. Okay, I've got a wicked imagination and it brings me to parts where it makes my toes curl and my skin crawl, and yeah. Suggest, propose in comments, go ahead. And on that lovely note, folks, have yourselves an awesome day.